Christmas, a week from today, right? You ready? Everybody ready? Yeah? Got everything done, got your menus planned, your presents bought and wrapped, or your gift card stuffed into envelopes, however it is, whatever. You got everything done, everything's, I'm just waiting, right? Relaxing, right? That's where everybody's at, right? Nice, calm. I don't know. Doesn't quite seem that way at my house. But anyway, I mean, it might be that way at your house. But it seems a little bit more chaotic than that, doesn't it? How many of y'all went out shopping yesterday? Yeah, it was a little chaotic out there, wasn't it? Just finding a parking place was a little chaotic. So it doesn't seem like a real peaceful situation. So I'm not really sure about this peace on earth that the angels talk about. And this thing says, well, peace on earth to God. Those whom God favors, where is that peace at? I mean, if you're like me, you're like, well, it doesn't seem real peaceful at Christmas time at all. It seems really kind of chaotic, doesn't it? A lot of things to do. I got to get the menu for the family who's coming over. We want it to be special because, we don't get to be with family that often, with all our kids home or our family around. So, got to have that special menu. Got to make sure that's just right and have all the ingredients and everybody's favorite. We got to have just the right gift for every person so they're happy when they open their gift. The smile comes across their face and they say thank you. And that perfect world we're trying to create, right, that we very rarely ever seem to pull off. But we try every year, year after year, right? Don't we? But it's not real peaceful, is it? It's a lot of work, isn't it? Seems like a lot of work to me. A lot of dishes after you eat. That's right. Don't even get peace after you eat. You got to start on the dishes. I know some folks start on the dishes while the meal's going on, just so they can get a head start, right? There's always something to do. It just doesn't seem to be real peaceful. So what is this peace that the angels are talking about? That's what we're going to kind of talk about today. I don't think it's that kind of peace. Maybe it's world peace, right? That everybody's going to get along. Lack of conflict, right? We see that all the time, don't we? There's no conflict in the world anymore. I mean, I look back, I'm not a history buff, but just in this country, I see, it didn't stop the Revolutionary War. I think bullets and hatchets and knives and things flew in both directions and people got hurt. And it didn't stop the War of 1812. It didn't stop the Civil War, World War I, World War II. Didn't stop Pearl Harbor. Didn't stop the bombs from dropping there. Didn't stop the Korean War, Vietnam, Iraq. It didn't stop any of that. People still hurting people, right? People still shooting at people, throwing knives, stabbing people, shooting arrows. Depends how far back you want to go. Even clubs being swung. You want to go way back, Sometimes they just fought with sticks. Sometimes they fought barehanded. Kind of like you did in middle school. So we always find a way to be in conflict with each other. We just got through an election where it seems like, woo, all you got to do is look on Facebook and man, there's some conflict there. Some folks don't like each other. They don't like the way things turned out, or they don't like this, or they don't like that, but there's definitely conflict. One thing there's not is peace, is there? There's always people against people. When's that craziness going to stop? That's what I want to know. That's the million-dollar question. When does all that craziness stop? When do people just get tired of hurting people? Right? When can we just get rid of the conflict? When can we all just get along? We can't do that because I got to have things my way, and you got to have things your way, and your way, and your way, and your way, and your way. And guess what? They're all not all the same. So a lot of us are our own little fault there because we're all just a little bit selfish about what we want, right? But that's a different subject for a different day. But conflict, or the lack of conflict, I'm not sure is what the angels were talking about because there's been wars since the birth of Christ. People have been fighting and hurting and maiming and tearing each other apart. So I don't think that was the peace they were talking about, do you? I think it's a different kind of peace they were talking about. I think the peace that they were talking about is based on faith, on what you believe, on relationship. And then when you have that relationship with Jesus Christ, or when you have that relationship with God, things are different. Or at least they should be. At least they should be. Then maybe we take off our own selfish little glasses and we put on God's glasses. And we try to see the world a little bit different. We try to see the world the way God sees it. You know? With a little more understanding, a little more grace, a little more forgiveness, a little more love. And we don't have to have things our own way all the time. And maybe our way is not the best way, or it's the most important thing that has to be accomplished that day. You see, a lot of that turmoil that we have inside of us in here is self-generated. When you think about it. I mean, when you think about, I got to have things my way. This is the way I want it. Well, you know, I wanted corn pudding, but I didn't get it. But the world ain't coming to an end, is it? As a matter of fact, most people aren't even going to notice. And fewer are even going to care. Right? If we be honest about it, there's a difference between something that's really tragic or something that's really life-changing event and some of the hiccups that come our way in life. And a lot of how we deal with them has to do with our relationship with Christ and our faith in Christ. I mean, are you involved in a wholehearted relationship with your Creator? Do you believe that your Creator's in charge? Because that takes a lot of pressure off me. I don't know about you. He's in charge. I mess up. Talk to the man. I'm just here. But it takes a lot of pressure off of you when you realize that God's in charge. When we stop thinking of ourselves as the center of the universe and put the rightful person there in Jesus Christ, in God, that He's the center of the universe. It's not us. The world doesn't revolve around me, although most people believe that it does. Not me, but about themselves. That it doesn't work that way. How many people do you think have been on this planet since Adam and Eve? A few. Is that a fair statement? A few people. And how many of those people did the world really revolve around? That when they died, the world couldn't go on. The world couldn't function. Everything shut down. I mean, the whole world was shut down. And I would dare to say that they weren't the center of the universe. But you take God out of the picture, and everything shuts down. You see, because God is the center of the universe. And He should be the center of your life. He should be right here. And it's that relationship with Him, and that faith with Him, that gives you the proper perspective on life. That sometimes, yes, you're going to have hiccups, and sometimes you're going to have storms. I mean, they're going to be bad storms. And they're going to be storms that wreck you and throw you against the rocks and drag you under 2 times, but you come up that 3rd. God doesn't say there's not going to be storms. But what He does say is, I'm going to be right there with you. And I'm in control. And ultimately, there's nothing this world can do to you that I can't fix. You know, with that, you should have a peace. Right? That's where real peace comes from. That when you get inside those storms, that you don't panic. That you don't run for the hills, you don't scream. There's that calm that nobody understands. And why isn't he freaking out? Why isn't he running around screaming? You know, why isn't she in the fetal position? I don't know. She just seems so calm. And everything's crashing around her. And that comes from faith. That comes from that place deep inside you where you know in your heart that God's in control. And He's got a plan. And it changes your perspective on things. Some of you may have heard the story, I told it here before many years ago, about the gentleman older gentleman who lived in the village, and he had a great stallion. And the stallion was a sign of wealth, and that he was going to be able to earn a lot of money because that horse could plow fields, that horse could do many things. It was going to enable him to grow crops and to do many things that other people couldn't do, and so it was a very valued animal. And one day that horse ran off, and the villager said, "Oh, man, it's terrible, I'm sorry. Your horse left you. I'm sorry you lost your horse." And the elderly gentleman said, "Bad luck, good luck. All I know is the horse is gone. That's it." And he went on about his business. And a few days later, the horse showed up again. But he brought back with him 12 horses. And the people celebrated like, "Woo! You're really rich now. Think of all the fields you can plow and all the things you can do. You don't have one horse, you have 13 horses. Wow! Good luck. Man, you're a lucky dude." To which the man replied, "Good luck, bad luck. All I know is I have 13 horses." And in the weeks to come, his son was helping him break in the horses, and his son fell off of the horse and broke both his legs. And he was laid up. And they came to him and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your bad luck. You're too old to break those horses in, and your son has 2 broken legs, and he won't be able to help you. That's terrible. And you got some bad luck." The man said, "Good luck, bad luck? I don't know. My son has 2 broken legs." Well, the next day, the government showed up and took every able-bodied young person off to war. Good luck, bad luck. His son didn't go. You see, things happen in our lives all the time. And we're so worried about labeling them. "Oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. I got this, I got this, I got this, this is good. Good, I'm on the right track." Or "This is bad, this is really bad. Really, really bad. This is terrible, this is horrific. I don't know if I'll survive. I won't be able to get out of bed tomorrow. Oh." But somehow we do, right? You know, we're so busy worrying about good luck, bad luck, that we don't live our lives. You know, we don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't even know if I'll be here tomorrow. And I can honestly tell you, you don't either. None of us are promised tomorrow. We might suspect we're going to be here. We might hope to be here. Like Billy said earlier, it's a good day to be seen, not viewed. I mean, you know, we don't know, right? We don't know. But you live the cards that are dealt you each and every day. But you live those cards with the faith that God knows what's ahead for you. And that He loves you. He loved you so much that He sent His Son, whose birth we celebrate here next week. And have been preparing for the last 4 weeks. Right? That He would die a brutal death on a cross, but have a glorious resurrection. Things looked awful dark at the cross, didn't they? But that was not the final word, was it? And that's why we celebrate Easter too, don't we? We celebrate Christ, a risen Christ. My God's not dead. My God's alive, and I know He works on my behalf every day. I believe that wholeheartedly. And my job is to try to view the world through godly goggles, so to speak. Try to live a life that's pleasing to Him. Try to treat people as though I believe that God treats me with love and respect. All people, not just the people I like, all people. It's hard to do sometimes. I'm not saying it's not. That's what we're called to do. But you see, that faith that I have, and I hope you have, and I hope you recognize, is knowing that no matter what life throws me, it's going to be okay. And if it ends tomorrow, for me, it's okay. It really is. mean, there'll be things that I miss, and maybe a few people will miss me, but I know where I'll be, and I know where I'll spend eternity. And there's not a doubt in my mind, and I hope there's not a doubt in your mind where you'll spend eternity. So with that being the case, this is a temporary journey I'm on that's taken me through on this route. And there are going to be things I know that are going to happen to me, and some are good, some are really good, some are bad, and they break my heart. But they're not the end, are they? And that's why when you're facing those storms in life, you can rest in that assurance, that faith that you have in Jesus Christ. You see, if you're out to sea and you're looking at a storm on the water, and those waves 20 foot high, you ever been in a storm on a boat out in the water? I can tell you, it's a little scary. It is. And those waves get big. I mean big. I mean, I'm a big guy. Those waves get big. I mean, big. And they come crashing down with all that power and all that might and force. And you wonder if the boat's going to hold together. And lightning's going, pop, pop, pop. You know, and that rain's coming. And you wonder. But if you got in a submarine and went 100 feet below the surface, it's just as calm. Like you couldn't even tell something was happening. Same place. Same storm life. A lot of times things hit us on the surface that rock us. Right? That make us wonder if we're going to survive that next wave that hits. Or is it going to tear us apart? But what we need to do is dig down deep into that faith. That's 100 feet under the surface. That faith is deep down inside of us. We need to hold on to that calmness, knowing that our God's in charge, that our God loves us, that our God has already sacrificed for us, that our price has already been paid, and that we have the promise of eternal life. And that's where that peace comes from. They can come tomorrow and they can take my house and they can take my car. They can take the clothes off my back. That wouldn't be pretty. But they could do it. Some of you say mental images. You didn't have to go there, preacher. You didn't have to. But they could do it. I'd still be okay. I would. Because this is a temporary journey you're on. It doesn't mean you should discard it or treat it as irrelevant. But you should know that it's a temporary place you're at. That God has something much bigger planned for you. That He has a better place prepared for you. A place that you'll call your eternal home. In heaven. And that's the day we look for. Some of us don't want to get there too soon. Right? What's that song say? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to go today. Right? And there's some truth in that. But Jesus told His people, He said, I give you my peace, I give you. And that peace comes from that relationship. You know, Pam talked about there was a kind of a peace as a child, when a child snuggles into your arms, right? When they come and you can tell, they just feel like the world is right. And most of you, I can't remember being that small, crawling in somebody's lap. I have grandsons who come and crawl in my lap and they sit there and they'll watch TV, or we'll sit there and we'll talk. And to them, it's just a peaceful moment, you know. Everything else is shut out. It's just kind of a calm. Right? And by the way, we still have that snuggle chair at our house. Pam has it in her prayer room that she goes to pray in. And I can't sit in her lap and spend we both won't fit in that chair. But there is that peaceful thing of resting in a parent's arms and knowing that they'll protect you and watch over you. And just for a moment, if nothing else, that all the world is right. Right? That's how it is with God. When you have that relationship with God, you have that snuggle chair to go to. When you have accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, that peace that He offers is for you. That you can go to your Lord and Savior in prayer. That you can spend some quiet time and you can just kind of nestle down into His arms and feel His presence and know that He's there and that He loves you. He knows all about all your frailties. He knows all about your imperfections. He knows if you stole a cookie today or you didn't steal a cookie today. And you know what? He doesn't care. He loves you. And that's where you find your peace. When all the world is crazy. When everything seems to be building up. When everything seems overwhelming. Go and find your Savior. Spend some time with Him. You know, I think sometimes when the world gets a little crazy, and it gets a little chaotic during Christmas, is Jesus saying, let's spend some time here. Come sit here on my lap. Let's talk for a little while. So that you can experience that peace that surpasses all understanding. And all God's people said,
Amen.